Hey, hey, it's Bex here. Haven't been on social media for some time, so I thought I'd pop my face back in. I've been 6 months of doing my own work. I have felt like I'd had a universal job offer, a promotion, if you will, and there has been some significant up leveling that I've wanted to do for myself and needed to do for myself and my health and all areas of my life. Um, to really make sure I had the soul stamina and the strength to be able to hold and sustain this next chapter of, let's say, the promotion in which I've said yes to. I was kind of a bit taken back and felt quite contracted. And I truly believe that, when you bring everything in and everything, it's like the universe turned off the abundance taps and went, no, love, you're not having any of that until you get yourself sorted. So everything stopped, myself included, to really get my attention to go, right, you've got me fully, by the short and curlies. I'm paying attention now. What am I here for? What am I up to? What do you want from me? And turns out it's a bit of a mission. I'm quite excited to, and I still stuck my breath in when I say it, but I've always known that I'm here for freedom and empowerment. And, those of you who've worked with me over the years know that it's always some variation of that. And I have felt really compelled that I notice when there's somebody who undersells themselves or hands over their power in some way or just limits themselves in something, in a choice, in a word, how they speak of themselves, I can't help but get in there. Like and there's this, and I didn't know how to do this. It was like something that has been building in me that either vomits out all over everybody or scares the bejesus out of them. And that's, not just my thoughts. That actually has happened several times. And so I wasn't sure what is all of this. And I know when it's happening because it just wants to come out of me, and I can just want to be able to pick that person up and shove them in the light and let them see the way myself or the universe, whoever, sees and witnesses that person, so that they can then make the choices from that space. And I've kind of deemed it as being this empowerment ambassador, this nutter that's going out in the world and really wanting to drive it home. I'm not even offering it nicely anymore. I really want people to know every woman, man, and child deserves, it's our divine right as human beings to live free. And it's our empowerment is the commitment that we have to ourselves to live in that freedom. So the more we can really experience that empowerment, and it's a bit of a buzzword, it's been around for years, and it's kind of, like human potential, there's all those kind of wanky words. But ultimately, anytime there is an opportunity to up level, to commit more to who you be as a human being, what is within each of us, and that gets stifled in some way, that gets cut off, that gets somebody else overshadows that, and you allow it, that's where I need to step in, or at least offer and say, look, I want to grab you by the short and curlies and say there is another way. And so what I've been doing this last month or so is what's been affectionately termed by an amazing woman that I've been working with as an hour of power. So February is a 2 energy. It's about relationships, and it's a lovely month. It's, Valentine's and all that sort of stuff. So in this month, I want to be able to connect with people, and there's a bit of a criteria. First of all, it's not a do for you service. I will meet somebody where they're prepared to meet themselves. So if you're going to commit to you and show up fully, you don't need to know what you're doing or how to do it. That's fine. That's covered. But you do need to show up, and you do need to commit to yourself, and you do need to be willing. I can do it if you're not willing. It just takes longer. And really don't need the practice. So I really want to work with willing people. It's $97. It's an hour of power. It's going to be pretty intense. It's pretty much what I can get into you for an hour and take out of you, if that's the case, depending on where we go. I would suggest anyone who is done with the struggle, anyone who's done with being stuck in the story but wants to connect with the story, to find the gem, to find the gold that you have to offer the world. So we have these stories, these collections of experiences called our life, that there, if you can connect with that and you can find what it is that ultimately is the theme in your world that you can then help others with, that's all part of the collective uprising, right? Help somebody else find their own empowerment because they relate to you and your story. It could be something that just needs a little tweak. It could be something that you don't know, and how would you get to find it? I'm really good at poking around in the crevices and in the corners and in the places most people don't like to go, and can help hold that space and be there with you, not for you, but with you. And in that hour of power, what we will be doing is your choice. You run the show, you choose what it is. If you were to pick one thing, more's optional, but let's go with one for now, one thing that you would like to experience, change, learn to embrace and accept, or completely revolutionize in your life, that's what we will be doing in that hour. So $97. I'm just going to do a few out of each week that's left of the month, and really bring to the forefront this whole purpose of empowering each person, woman, man, child, whoever it is that feels that there is something that you're conforming to that you might not even know that you're conforming to, whether you just want to have an exploration or a journey and see what happens, whether there's this nagging thing internally that is just playing on your mind, or that's just calling to your heart and you aren't sure how to get there, might even be a little bit afraid of what it is. Anything pretty much is possible in that hour if that's what you are setting your intention, clearly wanting to do. So I'm super excited because this year is seeing more and more impactful ways to empower people and across the globe, and what I'm getting involved in, sisterhood platforms. There's just so much. There's so much available at the moment. We're in such a great time for this. That's, I don't know, call it collective awakening to the consciousness that is available to us. And my job is simply to be the conduit for that in a way that is going to stretch you. It will move your goalposts. It will give you difference. And you will then be able to create that for yourself. So my intention is always to leave you with the skill to be able to do it for yourself as well. So I hope to hear from you. I'd really like to hear in the comment box below anything that you sort of think, yeah, I'd really like difference in that. Like, what would it be? Even if you don't want to do the hour of power and I've scared the crap out of you, don't mind. I won't take it personal. But if you really are feeling called to going, yeah, I just want that kick in the ass for an hour that someone really needs to give me. Or there's one thing that I'd really like to change, or there's something that I just don't know how to get a handle on. I'd love to hear what it is, and just pop it in the comments below. I look forward to hearing from those of you who feel called and aligned with an hour of power with me. Just send me a personal message and we'll set up a time. $97, and let's see what next level of empowerment we can get to. Looking forward to hearing. All right, lovelies, you have an incredible day.